Hey there, Ahmed. My name's Andrew, and I work here at IELTSpodcast.com, as you're probably aware. I'll be correcting your essays each time they come through. What you should do is listen for when what I read differs from what you have written. I like to read through sentence by sentence and essentially correct grammatical mistakes in the sentences I think are good, and I would sometimes replace a sentence if I think it could be better. So my first point would be that in an intro, you need three things. You need a discussion of the contention, which you have in your first sentence. You need your opinion, which you have, but then you should also briefly outline the two ideas that you will use in your body. So you're talking about career opportunities from experience. So you're talking about increasing skills and experience, which then improves job prospects. So I would say, okay, so although some people believe that workers should remain in the same career until they retire, we don't need this capital here. Others recommend trying a variety of jobs. Personally, I agree with the latter view. So this is L-A-T-T-E-R. Personally, I agree with the latter view due to the benefits it provides for skills, experience, and job opportunities. That would be sufficient, and then the reader knows what to expect in your body paragraphs. So next, we don't need to talk this generally about other people's beliefs. So we could say, what we want to now talk, because this is supposed to be you discussing these views, not discussing other people's views of these views. So we should say something like, primarily, wait one sec. So are you saying that people who stay in the same job improve their skills better? Because you have agreed with the latter view. So I think here, what we should say is, while remaining in one job does provide stability, switching jobs provides a broader range of skills and experience. So let's not refer to them and they. If we're going to use an example, we have to talk specifically about someone or specifically about a group of people. But we should try not to use personal pronouns in the body of our essays. Academic writing requires that we depersonalize our writing. But because you agree with the switching jobs, I would make both of your body paragraphs about the benefits of switching jobs. Now you can still discuss the counter-arguments by saying, while remaining in a single job provides more stability, and then counter it. So that would be my recommendation. But for now, let's just correct the paragraphs that you've written. So first of all, I would say, to begin with, remaining in one job provides more stability and better training. People who continue to utilize the same skills master them, hence becoming increasingly valuable to employers. Additionally, employers are more likely to invest in these people by sending them on training programs, further developing their competencies. And then we have your reasons that switching jobs is good. So on the other hand, there are more convincing reasons there are more convincing reasons that show that changing jobs is more rewarding. Now be careful here, because you've said in this paragraph about staying in the same job that employees can get more experience. But then, in the next paragraph, arguing for switching jobs, you've also used this as a reason. You shouldn't use the same reason to support both the argument and the counter-argument. We could say, performing a variety of roles provides employees with a breadth of experience. Breadth. Width, depth, breadth. For example, now also no personal pronouns, but in particular no you or not. We don't want to refer directly to our reader. So we could say, for example, the experience obtained working as a vendor differs from that, or is different than that gained working as a supplier. Moreover, one's career may be accelerated by seeking the next step rather than waiting for it. That's good. But we don't need this. For instance, a person who meets the prerequisites for the next level in the career ladder may apply for available opportunities outside their current job role. Also, don't use gender-specific pronouns if we're not talking about a person of a particular gender. Also, this little bit here is not necessary. You can include this in your conclusion. Sort of. You can say, in conclusion, it is clear that performing a variety of jobs in one's life provides more benefits than drawbacks. Therefore, I personally agree, or I personally recommend, that people change their jobs in order to seek higher salaries and develop their careers better. I think that would be fine. The body paragraphs should be fully developed, so we have a sentence to introduce, a sentence to expand, a sentence to support, and a sentence to explain. So if you just stick this on at the end, it feels extra and additional. So remember 3 things in your intro. Introduce the contention, introduce your opinion, and briefly outline the ideas you will use. In each body paragraph, think about the core idea that the body paragraph should have. each paragraph should only display a single idea, and you use 4 sentences or so to introduce it, to expand upon it, to support it with an example, and to explain how it relates back to the question. And then in your conclusion, simply reiterate your opinion and summarize the ideas that you used. And that's perfectly good to get a 7 or above. So now your letter. So this is essentially a family that we are going to be living with. So we want the tone to be friendly, yet formal and polite. So, dear Sir or Madam, I am writing this letter in reference to the English and Homestay programme. I would say, in this, we could just say, Dear Sir or Madam, I am writing to let you know that I am delighted that you have accepted or... Okay. I am writing to let you know that I am delighted that you have accepted to host me over the span of the English and Homestay programme. I thought I'd send you a letter to introduce myself. I graduated from the University of Helwan in 2016. I have been studying English since then in order to enhance my language skills. I plan to utilise these skills to complete a master's degree in literature. I am a quiet person and that I enjoy reading whenever I get the chance. I was wondering if you could please advise about the weather, and whether I will need to bring heavy clothes or not. Also, could you tell me how long it takes to get from the airport to your house, and by what transportation means, or by what means of transportation? I have booked my flight for next week. I will arrive on Monday the 17th of June by 6 o'clock in the morning or evening. I would appreciate it if you could arrange a pickup at the airport reception. I look forward to your reply at your convenience. Yours sincerely, Anna. That's great, but the introduction of the future conditional, so you've done it once here, but if you're requesting things from people, it's fine to use it over and over again. So it's things like, would you please be able to, could you possibly, that sort of thing. It's for, instead of it will, because this assumes the outcome. It says, I know what's going to happen, I know what decision you're going to make. But when we say it would be appreciated, what we're saying is, when we use the conditional, that the condition is their decision, that we understand that we can't speak with certainty until that person has made their mind up. So whenever we're asking somebody else to do something, whenever we rely on somebody else before we can make a decision, we use the conditional. To be polite, anyway. But well done, Emma. Have a wonderful evening. I'll send these over to you now, and then you can get to work on your next tasks. All the best. Speak soon.